Okay, so a few months ago, I generated 11 AI UGC ads back to back, 11. And I want to tell you how many of them I actually used. 2 out of 11. That's almost $200 in credits just gone for 9 videos I deleted the second I watched them. And if you've messed around with any AI ad generator, you already know that feeling. You hit generate, you wait a few minutes, your heart's kind of racing a little because you don't know what you're going to get, and then it loads, and it's just off. The actor's mouth doesn't quite match, the product looks weird in their hand, the whole thing just screams AI, not in the cool way, in a way that would tank your ad account if you actually ran it, and you can't get those credits back. They're just gone. You paid for the privilege of finding out it didn't work. So today I want to talk about why that happens, and more importantly, the one thing you can do before you ever generate a video that basically eliminates it. It's not a prompting trick. It's not some secret phrase you type in. It's honestly a lot simpler than that, and I think that's exactly why nobody talks about it. It's not flashy enough to make a good headline, I guess, but it's the actual thing that changed how much money I was throwing away every month. Here's the thing most people get wrong about AI UGC looking fake. They think it's the AI's fault. Like the technology just isn't there yet, right? And I mean, I get why you'd think that, but it's usually not the AI. It's that you're generating completely blind. You type in a rough idea, you cross your fingers, and you find out what you got after you've already paid for it. That's not a technology problem. That's a process problem. And process problems are actually fixable, which is kind of the good news buried in all of this. I know some of you are thinking, okay, I've tried tools like this before and it just didn't work for me. And honestly, I hear that a lot. I've been there too. I tried 2 other platforms before landing on the one I actually use now, and both times I just assumed I was bad at prompting or something. Turns out that wasn't really it. The tools just didn't give me any way to check my work before committing to it. You wrote your best guess at a prompt, hoped for the best, and that was kind of it. There was no in-between step. So here's the actual fix. And it's stupidly simple once you see it. Before you generate the final video, you generate a storyboard first. A time-stamped, scene-by-scene breakdown of exactly what the ad is going to look like. Every shot, every line the actor's going to say, in order. And you get to look at that and decide if it's actually good before a single credit gets spent on the real video. Think of it kind of like building a house. Nobody pours the foundation before they've seen the blueprint. That would be insane, right? You'd never just start building and hope it turns into a house. But that's basically what every other AI ad generator has you doing. Generate first, hope second. The storyboard flips that. Blueprint first, build second. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Doesn't that mean I have to be good at writing scripts or coming up with ad strategy myself? And no, actually, that's the part that surprised me the most. You don't write the script. You don't come up with the ad strategy. The software does that part. It looks at your product, figures out an angle that actually tends to work, and builds the storyboard around that. You're not staring at a blank page trying to write ad copy at 11 at night. It's already done for you. And look, I know this next part sounds like it might be too automated to actually be good. I had the same reaction. But the way it works is it's not just randomly guessing. Once you upload your product, it analyzes it and builds out a full 9 ad structure automatically. 1 campaign, 3 ad sets, 3 ads in each set. That's not an arbitrary number, by the way. That's built specifically around how Meta's Andromeda algorithm wants to see creative diversity. So instead of 1 ad and hoping it works, you've got 9 variations going out at once, giving the algorithm actual room to find what's working. I also get asked a lot how this is different from something like Arcads or Higgsfield, since those are kind of the names people already know in this space. And honestly, the biggest difference isn't even the AI actor quality. They're all pretty close on that at this point. It's that those tools cap you at 15 seconds and they don't have a preview step at all. You generate, you get what you get. 15 seconds also just isn't enough time to actually handle an objection or tell any kind of story in the ad. You're basically stuck doing a single quick hook and hoping it lands. This tool goes up to 60 seconds and you see the whole thing mapped out before you spend anything. Let me also just address the product thing directly, because I know some of you are sitting there thinking, sure, but my product isn't the kind of thing that works with an AI actor holding it up. Honestly, that used to worry me too. But here's the part that fixed it for me. When you add your product, The software pulls images from your product page and builds what's basically a full 360-degree reference sheet of it. Every angle, all the fine details, the logo, the text on the packaging, all of that gets locked in. So your product looks the same consistently in every single ad you generate after that. It's not redrawing your product from scratch every time and hoping it looks right. It's using the actual reference. Same thing happens with the actor, by the way. You either build one from scratch, just typing in a name, gender, age range, language, or you clone an existing one. Either way, it builds a full reference sheet of that actor too, so their face, their voice, all of it stays consistent across every video you make with them. That consistency is honestly a bigger deal than people realize, because that's usually the thing that makes AI content feel off. Not one bad video on its own. Inconsistency across videos where the same person looks slightly different every time you use them. Okay, so let me actually walk you through what this looks like start to finish, because I think it'll make a lot more sense once you see it. First step, you add your product. You go to the Products tab, click Add Product, and just paste in your product page URL. That's it. That's the only input needed from you at this stage. Behind the scenes, it pulls the images automatically, builds that 360 reference sheet I mentioned, and analyzes the product so it has something to work with when it starts writing storyboards later. This whole step takes maybe a minute or two, and you don't have to upload anything manually or crop any images yourself. It just reads straight from your product page. Second step, you create your actor. You've got two options here. Generate one completely from scratch or clone an existing actor if you've got one you like already. If you're going from scratch, you type in the actor's name, their gender, an age range, and the language you want them speaking in. That's the whole form. It's maybe 4 fields. You hit generate, and then you wait a few minutes while it builds out that consistency sheet, capturing the actor from different angles so it knows exactly what this person looks like going forward. Coffee break territory. Honestly, it's not instant, but it's not long either. Third step, and this is the one that actually matters most, you create a new project. You select the product and the actor you just made from the drop downs on the left, pick your video duration, and I'll be honest, this is one of the only tools I've found that lets you go all the way up to 60 seconds. Most of the others cap you at 15, which if you're trying to actually tell a story or handle an objection in the ad, 15 seconds just isn't enough time to do anything except a single hook. You leave the rest of the settings on default and you click Generate Storyboard. Not generate video, generate storyboards. This is the step. This is the whole point of this video. You wait a few minutes, and what comes back is a scene-by-scene timestamped breakdown of the entire ad, showing you what's being said and what's on screen at every point along the timeline. You can read through it top to bottom, and if something feels off, a scene doesn't make sense, the pacing feels weird, whatever it is, you regenerate the storyboard, not the video. So you're not burning a full credit just to find out something didn't land the way you wanted. Once it looks right, and honestly, most of the time it does look right on the first pass because it already understands your product from that earlier step, you click Generate Video. A few minutes later, the actual video is done. And I'll be straight with you, the first time I saw one come out, I genuinely didn't believe I was looking at something I couldn't have written or prompted myself. It looked like a normal ad, which is the whole goal, honestly. Not flashy, just usable. Now, is this free? No. And I want to be straight with you about that because I think pretending otherwise would be kind of dishonest, especially with everyone hyping their tools as free these days. Generating video like this takes a real amount of computing power, and that costs real money on the back end. There's no way around that. So there's no free trial here. It's paid from the start. But once you factor in that you're not wasting credits on unusable videos anymore because you're previewing everything first, it ends up being a lot cheaper in practice than the trial and error I was doing with other tools where I was basically paying to find out what didn't work. If you want to try it, links in the description, add your product, build your actor, and just generate a storyboard first before you generate anything else. That one step alone is going to save you more money than anything else I could tell you in this video.